On the passage, how many questions? 9 or 8 or 9? Easy or difficult to answer? This is about a toy train, I suppose. Let us start with the first question. What unique feature, underline the word unique, does a new Vistadome Van Rani offer? Is it solar powered engine? Adjustable seats? What is the third option here? Transparent roofs and large glass windows. Mentioned or not mentioned? So answer is the third option. Open air jungle safari compartments. Underline the word separate. Careful with spelling. Common error, people write separate, S-E-P-E. But what is the correct spelling? S-E-P-A. And one word I told you to underline. Which word is that? Why should you underline? Answer my question before unique. Unique means one of its kind, different. Will you use a or an? How many of you say a? How many of you say an? Here before unique we have to use a unique person. Please write immediately. He is a unique person. Now those who said and, they must have thought of what they were taught, school level knowledge. Any word that begins with a vowel letter, we should use an. And what are the 5 letters? A, E, I, O, U. But here below that you write the word U. How do you pronounce this? Unique, ya sound. That is a consonantal sound. Because the sound is consonantal, we have to use a unique, not an. This has been given many a time, so you got to be careful. Shall I go to the second question? According to the passage, how does the new Van Rani differ from the original one? Underline differ. And it takes a preposition from. They have given a few times. Remember the combination. It has an engine instead of a battery system. No. It has more coaches and runs on battery power. I think this has been mentioned. So what is the answer based on that? Second option is the answer. All these questions are based on explicit information. Explicit means what? Mentioned in the passage, one reading you should be able to answer. It operates only during tourist seasons. It now offers city views instead of forest views. It travels a shorter route than the older version. Nothing to learn. Question number 3. What is the significance? Underline the word significance. Significant means what? Important. Of the butterfly-shaped Krishnagiri station. It is an architectural choice inspired by nature. Seems right, hold that one. Because underline butterfly shaped. Why do they prefer butterfly shape? Inspiration, obviously. It serves as a natural breeding ground for butterflies. What are we talking about here? Station cannot be a breeding ground for butterflies. Yes or no? It pays tribute to a local butterfly species. Possible. It is designed for energy conservation. Possible. It offers butterfly watching zones for tourists. Not possible. It's a station. But based on the passage, what is the answer? Architectural choice, inspired by nature. Based on this, I would like to do a bit of value addition. When you talk about architecture, usually you get impressed when you see a building. You don't see the sides, you don't see the behind design. When you see a building, what do you see? The front portion of the building. Yes or no? For that there is one word, write this word. People mispronounce. How do you pronounce it? Facade. Imagine the spelling is F-A-S-A-A-D or F-E. What do you say? Facade. That's how you have to pronounce. Facade means what? Front portion of a building. Have you got the meaning? Please write the meaning. Facade means front portion of a building. Of a building. Sometimes when you see a building, you're impressed because of the design, whatever. Then we say, write this combination, imposing building. Have you heard of this combination any time? Impose means to force upon. Generally we say don't impose your ideas on others. That's a different meaning altogether. But imposing building means what? Impressive building. Design is good. Write the meaning, it means impressive. I hope you guys are writing. Sometimes what happens, you see a building, the design is entirely different. It looks like too modern. Then we use a word, write this, futuristic design. Futuristic. Futuristic design means ultra modern. Write the words, ultra modern. Have you heard of this anytime? Ultra modern. Modern, too modern, what is the word? Ultra modern. Then we say futuristic design. Some people look very stylish. Then what do you say? Futuristic style. Another combination. Shall we go to the next one? Question number 4. What route does a toy train follow during its ride? Underline its ride. Why should you underline? Tell me. What is it? Which part of speech is it? Its pronoun. Which type of pronoun is it? Possessive pronoun. Then you have to recollect one rule. What is that rule? Possessive pronouns never take an apostrophe. And when it comes to SBI PO, IBPS PO, we have the descriptive paper, and there we have letter writing. You all know that. And letter writing, many educated Indians, though they are good at English, they make a mistake when it comes to closing a letter. How do they close? Your apostrophe, yes, truly. Is this right or wrong? Please copy this and mark it wrong. They have allotted 2 marks for this. If you make this mistake, you lose 2 marks straight away. Please write, don't stare. By staring, you don't get anything. Please remember, we don't have magical powers. Neither you have nor I have. We have to learn the hard way. What is the correct way of writing that? Yours without apostrophe. Yours truly. Then it is correct. But when I tell this, some students, they ask me, sir, we have seen in newspapers, magazines, something like this. And you're telling they don't take an apostrophe. I stick to the same statement. Possessive pronouns never take an apostrophe. No exception whatsoever. This is not a possessive pronoun. It is a short form of, please write this also. It is or it has. Make a note. Tomorrow you should not get confused. It is or it has a short form. In English, we use an apostrophe for 2 reasons. One reason, we use to express the possessive nature. Another function, for the short form, we use apostrophe. Have you got the answer for this question? What? No, I don't think I have read out. It runs from Trimurti to Tiger Point and back? No. It loops through the zoo and returns to the entrance gate? No. It travels across the entire 87 square kilometer? No. It starts at Krishnagiri, goes to Trimurti and returns. I think answer should be based on the passage. What is the answer? 4th option is the answer. Easy or difficult? Question number 5. Which of the following is not mentioned, underline not mentioned, as a feature of the new van Rani? Wildlife illustrations on the coaches? Yes or no? Mentioned. Metro style seating layout? Mentioned. Artificial tunnels along the route? Mentioned. 4-coach battery operated train? Mentioned. But have they mentioned the 5th option? No. So what is the answer? Onboard entertainment systems not mentioned. So answer is the 5th option. But you got to be careful. What future plan is mentioned by park officials regarding the toy train? They want to launch another one. I think passage talks about that. To extend the track is not correct. To add solar panels is not correct. To launch a second train with fully open coaches, I think that has been mentioned. So answer is the 3rd option. To replace all glass windows with metal screens? No. Install CCTV? No. Nothing to learn. Question number 7, we have got this, I think, a few times. It goes with everyday English. Refurbish means what? To repair. Similar in meaning to the word refurbish as used in the passage. Can you use a word like purchase here? Hold the second option. Decorated also you can consider. Hold that one. Can you use a stored? Painted. So what is the answer? Repaired first, then decoration. Answer is the second option. What are the other words you have to think of? Refurbish, revitalize, revive, resurgence. Resurgence means rebirth. That has a different connotation. Similar in meaning, that is over. What is the next one here? The train route spans through. Underline the expression spans through. Write the meaning spread through. Span in this context means spread. Spans through, spread through rich biodiversity zones, providing riders with a, what sort of a view? Wildlife and nature. Wildlife and nature go with scenery, scenic, beauty we say, one combination. I write this combination. Scenic beauty. Have you heard of this combination? Scenic beauty. The place is known for its scenic beauty. Nature, landscapes, all that. What is the first option here? Can you say limited view? Distorted. Distorted means a changed. Also write the word spoiled. Don't distort the information, means don't spoil the information, don't change the information. Third option, hold that one. Historic view, wildlife and nature, we don't use that word. And what is the next one? Out of context. So what is the answer? Third option is the answer. Do we have more questions? 8 questions. I think all 8 are easy to answer. Who has got 8 out of 8? Wonderful. 5 plus beginners, you should be very happy. That's also pretty good. And today's Parajumble is easy, I suppose. Have you worked on this Parajumble? How many parts are there? 5 parts. An easy one. First, what is this about? Tell me. You guys have to respond. It is about the local level administration or governance. It starts with the traditional model, 2 sentences, 3 sentences. Then it talks about the advent of modernization, colonial rule, then one more sentence about that. 3 plus 2. So what is the first one here? Can you let us take elimination approach. The decentralized governance, underline the, was built. Can you start with this one? Underline the definite article the. Colonial emphasis on centralized authority undercut grassroots democracy. You cannot be damn sure. But in the same part, underline this historical context. This is which part of speech? Either demonstrative pronoun or demonstrative adjective. Cannot be the first one, but it may be part of that. But when you read all the 5 parts, you ask the question, what is this about? Local self-governance. So what is C here? And also one clue for you, India's legacy of local self-governance traces back to ancient times when village councils were like sabhas and samitis, which played crucial roles in decision making. This can be the first one, yes or no? So what is the first one here? C is the first one. And to extension of the same idea, the Panch Parameshwar or council, underline the word council. Previous sentence you have council word or not? Same thing it is elaborating. Council of 5 elders administered justice and local government by mutual consent. Again you underline the word local. Previous sentence also talks about what? Local. There is continuity. Mutual consent. According to Kautilya's Ardhasastra, the Gramika, village head, he is responsible for tax collection, land administration, and law enforcement. So there is a continuity between C and D. What is the second option, second in position? D is the second in position. Then this talks about centralization of power or decentralization of power. Decentralization. Where do you see the word decentralized governance? A. So what is the third one here? I'll read that also. The decentralized governance structure was built on community engagement, proximity based, underline the word proximity, decision making, and a feeling of strong joint responsibility. So these three, one group. That's what I said. 3, what is the broad structure? 3 plus 2. Next it talks about change or development. And whenever the writers want to introduce new information, contrasting information, they use a contrasting word. What is the contrasting word here? Underline the word however. However, with the emergence of centralized monarchs, here so far we have talked about decentralization. Now it talks about centralized monarchs, underline that also. Particularly during British colonial rule, underline colonial rule, these self-sufficient institutions were replaced with tax-collecting centers which deprived villages of their participatory governance essence. So, what is the third one? A. Then coming to contrasting information, what is the fourth one? E is the fourth one. What are you left with? Colonial emphasis on centralized authority. Colonial rule, colonial way of functioning. That means continuity is there or not? I hope you guys are with me. What is the correct order? C, D, A, E, B. One quick glance, you should get the correct order. How many of you have got this Parajumble correct? Please raise your hands. Okay, we'll discuss this later. Shall we go to the next set of questions? What are these about? But I told you to underline a few words. Let me tell you. First you write this expression. You guys don't remind me also. Please write close proximity. Close proximity, right or wrong? It's a common error. Proximity means being close to someone or something. Already proximity talks about closeness. Then we cannot use close proximity. It is redundancy. Write this, strike off the word close. They have given a few times. And this comes under, please write, what is the problem here? A redundancy, unnecessary use of words. You have to say proximity. No need to say close proximity. And one more word I told you to underline. Which one is that? Monarch. In our material, we have one question, one word substitutions. Ruled by one person. Options, we have monarch, we have autocrat, and we have other words. Usually students, every batch, they choose monarch. But actually, government by one person, authoritative government by one person, you cannot choose monarch. Monarch goes with, please write, kingdom. Monarch goes with what? Kingdom. But the question is about government, then you cannot use this word. What is the word you have to use? Have you copied these two words? Then you have to choose, write a few words. Autocrat. And you all know the word dictator. Then you write the word despot. And you write the word tyrant. Tyrant, tyrant. They all mean the same. But popular word is what? Dictator. Dictator, autocrat, despot, tyrant, they all mean the same. Not kingdom. They go with what? Government by a particular person who rules with iron hand, like a dictator. Shall we go to the next question? Okay, any other word I said to underline? You guys have to respond and... Which part is it in? Council? No, because continuity I wanted you to. But you all know the meaning of that? Fine. What are these about? I think today close test is a bit challenging. One or two may trouble you. It's all about who is it about? Whom is it about? Donald Trump, the person in the limelight. President Trump, no less enigmatic. Underline the word enigmatic. How many of you know the meaning? Write the meaning. Enigmatic means mysterious. I want next time that student, please occupy the first bench. At least I feel comfortable. Someone is there. I can make out. Responding immediately, spontaneously. Mysterious means what? You can understand, you cannot understand. Have you heard of Mona Lisa painting? Drawn by whom? Leonardo da Vinci. And it became so popular, very small painting. If you go to Paris, you see that this has become so popular, you feel that way. You don't feel it impact making. A very small painting, but it became very popular because the smile of the lady is enigmatic. Enigmatic means what? Mysterious. Have you got the meaning? And Donald Trump also enigmatic. In his second term, first term it was okay. Even more vivid, underline the word vivid, means clear and lively. Very clear and lively. Vivid memories means clear. Then the first, as he juggles many irons in the fire, very important, underline. How many of you know the meaning of the word juggle? This is an idiomatic expression, but to understand, you have to know the meaning of the word juggle. And write this word. For God's sake, I want you guys to respond. Juggle, how many of you know? How many of you know the meaning of the word juggler? Raise your hands. Okay, only one student. Write this word. First you write juggler. In the past, today also if you go to villages you may come across. But in the past it was a popular source of entertainment, usually at the time of exhibitions. You go to some exhibition, then you see a person, or sometimes streets also, he has 2 balls or 3 balls. First he throws one ball into the air, then the second one, then slowly increases the number of balls and keeps catching. Have you ever seen that? It could be a ball, it could be club also. That person is called juggler. Means he does 2-3 things at the same time. Here juggling means what? Doing a few things at the same time. That is a meaning. That is a job of a juggler. What is the idiomatic expression here? As he juggles many irons in the fire. Means he is trying to deal with many negative aspects, not positive aspects. Today all know Trump's policies, positive or negative. Not one country, many countries are getting affected and they are under tremendous pressure. And one of the reasons, tariffs, you know that, and visa regulations, deportation, so many problems. In the fire with flourish, underline the word flourish. Flourish, do you think it's a positive word or a negative word? And I usually give one combination, write this combination, flourishing business. Their business is flourishing. They are doing flourishing business. Means extremely well. They are doing extremely well. What is the word you have to think of? President Trump remains no less enigmatic. Seems okay, hold that one. These options are too much. What is the second option here? Can you use a word like debris here? What does it go with? First you write the word wreck. Then you write the word wreckage. And write the combination shipwreck. Usually this goes with ships. And when you talk about a ship, why do you come across ship wreckage? Write one word, capsized. Then write one idiom, turn turtle. Also write turn upside down. When a boat or a ship turns upside down, what is the word we use? Capsized. What is the idiom? The boat has turned turtle, turned upside down. Turn turtle goes with buses also, four-wheelers also sometimes. But the parts of the ship, when it gets capsized, you see the parts of the ship. That is known as what? Wreckage. And we call that ship shipwreck. Have you got it? And small parts. After the plane crash, you see small parts scattered all over. What is the word you use? Right? And here you have to remember The letter S is silent. So how do you pronounce that? Not debris, debris. Can we use that word in this context with Donald Trump? If he knows, he'll be very angry. As such, he is angry. What is the next option? But before that, write this example. He became a wreck because of someone or something. That is not important. But what is the meaning of he became a wreck? I said wreck goes with ships usually. But this also we say, she became a wreck. He became a wreck means totally devastated. Sometimes what happens, some negative incident, we are devastated, not devastated. Then we can use this one with persons also. Do remember. Shall we go to the next option? Ruins. First you write the word ruin. Part of speech verb. As a verb it means spoil. Ruin the party means what? Spoil the party. Then you write the word they have given and brackets you write noun. Ruins means what? Remaining parts of a monument. Of what? A monument. Today if you go to Belur, Hampi, any monumental historical place, do you see the entire monument or parts of it? Then what is the word you use? Ruins, an important word. Underline the word monument. Why should you underline? Tell me. Before the name of a monument, we should use a definite article, the. That rule you have to recollect. Will you say Taj Mahal or the Taj Mahal? The Taj Mahal, the Red Fort, the Qutub Minar, the Char Minar. That you have to. Can we use with Donald Trump ruins? He will take a gun and they have access, you all know that. And weights, rest can you use? Subject is what? Third person singular. Donald Trump sentence is in present tense. That means grammar knowledge can you use or you cannot use. Now you have to decide between Trump remains no less enigmatic or Trump waits. Can you use the word waits here? Not at all relevant. So what is the answer? He remains enigmatic. Answer is the first option. Next one. Be it calling on Kim Jong-un, I'm not sure about the pronunciation, but brokering Abraham Accords in the Middle East or tariffs on China. Underline the word tariffs. Based on the context, you have to think or imposing tariffs or levying tariffs. Words that go with tariffs, you have to think. Let us go to the options. What is the first option here? Insulting, can you say? But you all know the word slap. Here, slapping means imposing. What is the meaning of slapping here? Write the word imposing. Slapping some country means imposing some, paining, hurting, mocking, all are irrelevant. What is the answer here? Slapping tariffs on China. Only a few can answer this because I have told many a time. English has words, 8 lakh words, that is one headache. Second headache, each word has many meanings. Primary meaning, secondary meaning, tertiary meaning. As language learners, because English is not our mother tongue, we know the primary meaning. To some extent, we know the secondary meaning. But our problem is what? Tertiary meaning. There you may get caught. They test that knowledge. Shall I go to the next one? What is the blank number? 15 is over. Answer is what? Slapping. Now we'll go to 16th one. Not that Trump was not alive to prognosis of such unprecedented first moves. Prognosis means tendency to behave in a particular way. It also talks about prediction. Prognosis is a medical term. It goes with predicting or telling in which direction a particular disease is going to go. Simple word is what? Predict. Have you got it? Of such unprecedented. What is the meaning of unprecedented? Never happened before. Even as the rest of the world, to untangle the knots. Untangle. Tangle, to get involved in knots. Untangle the knots means become free. What is the first option here? Attacks, can you say? Rest of the world attacks. Rest of the world raids. Rest of the world attempts to untangle. Seems okay, hold that one. Rest of the world rushes, can you say? And onsets. Onset means starting of something. Onset of the monsoon. Starting of the monsoon. So what is the answer here? Attempts to untangle the knot. Remove the knot. Write this idiomatic expression. Tie the knot. Have you heard of this any time? Yes or no? What does it mean? Marry someone. Tie the knot means what? Marry someone. He tied the knot to his girlfriend. Means what? You have broad smiles. Yeah. Let us go to the next one. But for the vague and hesitant attempts, what is the meaning of vague? Not clear, obscure, vague, ambiguous, you have to recollect. Here, but for the vague and hesitant attempts at recalibration, means recalculating of supply chains, no long-term objectives, underline long-term objectives. What are the options here? No reputable long-term. Refute means to deny, to challenge. Write the combination. I think I have already given. Refute the charges. I will explain first, you write. Someone accuses someone and that person denies. Then strongly he denies, we say he has refuted the charges. Means what? He has denied and he has challenged the charges. Have you got the meaning? It goes with accusation, allegation, refute the charges. Can we use that here? No. Equivocal. Equivocal means ambiguous. One more word for ambiguous, vague, obscure, not clear. Add this also. Equivocal. Equivocal means ambiguous. Simple. Explicit. We are talking about what here? Objectives. You cannot use any of these words. They not the right combination. What is the fourth one? Definitive long-term objectives you can consider. Specific long-term also you can consider. But here, more than specific, something definite. Based on that, we have to use which option? Not easy. You can go with the fifth one also. But based on the context, not concrete. Here you can write the word. We also use no concrete objectives. What is the meaning of concrete? One meaning, something you can see or touch. What is the opposite of concrete? Abstract. But here, sometimes we ask youngsters, what are your plans? They say something. Are they concrete? Means what? Are they definite? Are you serious? Are you damn sure about your plans? Have you got the meaning now? What is the next one? Answer is the fourth option. 18. And something here, underline this and check later. Disruption without direction may well have served as campaign slogans, but today it is leadership vacuum. Underline leadership vacuum. Before you go to options, you have to think of it is creating, it is providing, it is necessitating, something of that sort. What is the first option here? Stifle. Stifle means to choke someone. Write the word choke. What is the other word for choke? Write this word also, suffocate. Restrict. Someone is sleeping, you go catch his neck. Very hard, not simply touching. You catch his neck. Can he breathe or he cannot breathe? Then he suffers and he gets suffocated. We can use all these words. Suffocation, choking, stifling. Means not allowing someone or something to grow. Can we use that one here? It is stifling, perhaps hold that one. It is checking. It is limiting a leadership vacuum. It is working. But what is the last option here? That is the word you have to use. It is creating something. What is it creating? Leadership vacuum. Based on context, you can make out. Over. Who has got how many questions based on the Cloze test? Who has got 3 plus? That's good, pretty good. All the 5 too ambitious. Has anyone got all the 5 correct? Ah, wonderful. Very good. I appreciate. Shall we go to the next set of questions? What are these about? Error location. Today I feel they are not easy. Challenging for 2 reasons. One reason, short sentences or lengthy sentences. Yesterday we got short sentences, remember? Today quite opposite. Second, the context is not crystal clear. Many sentences, there is no contextual clarity. I'll read the first one. The central government's intention. What is the subject here? Central government's intention, that is the subject. Intention to do what? To reduce the volume of court cases, nothing wrong. Should be warmly welcomed. We should welcome something, active voice. Something should be welcomed, passive voice, nothing wrong. How should we welcome? Warmly, nothing wrong. After all, 70% of cases in the courts of the country involve. 70% involves or involve? Involve only, we don't say 70% involves. 70% because we consider cases, 70% of the cases. If at all you are talking about a fraction or percentage, the phrase that follows, verb agrees with the noun in that phrase. What is the noun here? Cases, singular or plural? Nothing wrong. Involve the governments, whether at the center or in the state. No. Whether takes or. Please underline whether or. That's a pair. Like either or, neither nor. This is also a pair. What is a pair here? Whether or. I'll give one example. I don't know whether he is a student or a coordinator. I'll repeat. I don't know whether he is a student or a coordinator. What is the conjunction here? Whether or. Nothing wrong with that. Involve the governments. One possibility, answer my question, do we have one state or many states? One state or many states? And here the contrasting. One is the center, then opposing is what? State or states. Here we have to use a plural form. Either at the center or in the states. You cannot say state. Have you guys got it? The European Union, and this is an easy one. The European Union and Britain on Friday ramped on or ramped up. We have got many a time the phrasal verb ramp up. And we got the context, I also tell it goes usually with, please write, production. Ramp up the production means what? Increase or decrease? Increase. Ramp up the production due to demand, increase. So ramp up pressure means what? Put more pressure. That means where is the error? First part, ramp on is wrong, we have to say ramp up. But underline the word ramp. The word ramp, here we have a phrasal verb, ramp up. But if you take the word ramp, what does it goes with? Please write this. Fashion show. Also write models. Also write choreographer. If you take a fashion and also write catwalk, we also do it, our faculty members, where after the session while going out, we walk like models, catwalk. Catwalk means zigzag manner. But what is this ramp here? Imagine this is a stage. And the stage front part extended. And models come from here, from this side, and they walk. This part is called what? Ramp. Have you got an idea? I hope it looks like a ramp. I'm not an artist. Anyhow, shall we go to the next one? Otherwise, nothing wrong. Ramp up pressure where? On whom? On Russia. over its war on Ukraine, targeting Moscow's energy sector. Shadow fleet, underline the word fleet, an important word. Fleet, literal meaning group of ships. We say fleet of ships. Imagine group of aeroplanes. What do you say? Squadron. Squadron of planes. First you write these two. Fleet of ships, squadron of aeroplanes. But sometimes what happens, imagine there's a business person. He has about 20 or 30 buses. He operates from Hyderabad to different states. There also we can say, write this expression, fleet of buses, fleet of taxis. You can use there also, nothing wrong. But literally it goes with ships, do remember. Fleet of buses. He has a fleet of buses. Have you got it? Shall we go to the next one? Recent observations have revealed the merger of two extraordinarily massive black holes. Underline black holes. Do you know the meaning of this? What is a black hole? If you take, I don't want to give all these words, I have given many a time. Astronomy and study of cosmic bodies, study of heavenly bodies, study of planets, stars, constellations, all these, cosmology. You all know that. And when it comes to here, star, massive black hole, what does it mean? I don't know how many of you know. Two Indians have got Nobel Prizes, one in the field of physics, Sir C.V. Raman, and his nephew, Chandrasekharan, Indian but born and brought up, I think, in the US. He also got a Nobel Prize for his work on black holes. Have you heard of that? He got Nobel Prize for his work on black holes. So what is a black hole? Every star. What is our star? Sun is our star. We belong to our solar system, the sun. That's a star basically. Every star has birth, growth and death. 3 stages. Birth, growth, death. The dying stage of a star is called black hole. So write the meaning. Black hole means dying stage of a star. Dying stage of a star. The final stage of a star about to collapse. That is known as black hole. What is so unique about black holes? Tell me. You may get in the passage. That's why I'm spending time. What is so special about black holes? Whatever enters a black hole, including light, cannot come out, and you don't know what happens to that particular thing once it enters a black hole. Shall I go to the next one? But answer have you got? No. Recent observations have revealed, underline the word recent, have revealed. Which tense is that? Present perfect. Recently completed actions, we use present perfect. One of the uses, nothing wrong. The merger means what? Combining, joining. Two extraordinarily massive black holes. Nothing wrong. This event marks large black hole or larger black hole. Here we cannot use a comparative form. What is the larger? Large, larger, the largest. Superlative. This event marks large black hole collision detected via gravitational waves. But entire sentence talk collision, underline the word collision. Then perhaps larger is ruled out. But one more problem here. Collision takes place one thing, or you need two things for collision. Then I think it should be black holes. Add the letter S, not black hole. Black holes. Collision. One thing you don't use the word collision. You need two things. But some problem there. Shall we go to the next one? This is an easy one. The government of India has increased the reserves prices or reserve prices. First part itself has an error. Strike off the letter S. Prices is a noun. Before that we need an adjective. We cannot use it in the plural form. Easy or difficult? Civil society groups have expressed concerns over amendments to the Right to Information Act introduced through the Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023. Any error? Answer should be what? But cross-check. Civil society groups, subject, nothing wrong. Have expressed, verb, present perfect, nothing wrong. Expressed what? Concerns, object. Over what? Over amendments. Amendments to what? To the Right to Information Act, introduced through the Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023. Nothing wrong. Is that the last one? How many questions based on error location? Who has got all the 5 correct? All the 5 correct. Oh, wonderful, great. 3 plus. Today's paper 3 plus, you should be happy. Not easy to deal with. What are these about? Looks like you guys have decided not to speak, not to respond. I know what they are about. Do you think I'm blind? No. When I ask a question, when you respond immediately, what do I get from that? A message. What is the message? You are sharp, you are attentive, you are with me. Then my teaching explanation goes smoothly. Tell me, what are these about? Easy or difficult? Easy. First, linked, underline the word linked. This is a general thing. Usually the word linked takes which preposition? To. But do you see linked off, can you say? Where do you see to? That means the link should be where? Often linked to. That you have to know when you read. That means lining goes there. Let us see. Trachoma is a bacterial infection that affects the inner lining of the eyelids. Seems right? And it is often linked to. That means which to you have to change. You don't have to go beyond. But let us see value addition. What else you can learn? Underline the word hygiene. Hygiene goes with what? Neatness and cleanliness. And be careful with the spelling. Other words are easy. Underline the word blindness. Some people cannot see after 6. What do you call that? Please write this. Night blindness. They can see, but after 6, vision gets blurred. Night blindness, you all know. Some people, they cannot see at all. What is the word? Blind, you all know that. But some people, imagine I'm looking at this girl, but she may think I'm looking at her. What do you call that? Tell me in Telugu, what do you call it? In Telugu we say, what is it in English? Please write this. Squint eye. He is a squint-eyed person. Have you heard of this any time? Squint eye. Shall I give a few words that go with body defects? Yes or no? First, eyes. Blind, night blindness, and squint eye. Then when you take nose, nothing as such, but some people's nose is very flat, not sharp. We have one word, please write. Snub nose. Snub has many meanings. In this context, what does it mean? Flat nose. And it's a typical feature of Chinese, Japanese, all these northeast side snub noses. Coming to your teeth and speech, mouth. Some people cannot speak. What is the word you use? Write the word dumb. Be silent. But dumb has 2 meanings. Some people cannot understand. They are not sharp. Then what do you say? He's a dumb guy. Do you guys know that meaning? Fine. And some people can speak. But on a particular word, they get stuck. After that, nothing comes out. What do you say in Telugu? There are 2 words you have to know. I am sure many of you know the word stammer. But write the word stutter. Stammering or stuttering. But there is another word you should not get confused. Write this word, fumble. While speaking, we also get sometimes we get stuck on a particular word, a particular sound for a few seconds, then we continue. And that goes with BBC news readers, All India Radio news readers, professionals. There you cannot use stammering or stuttering. What are you supposed to say? He fumbled while giving the presentation. Have you got it? And some people, the teeth come out. What is the expression? Please write. Buck teeth. Have you heard of this any time? Yes, sir, we have heard. No, sir, we have never heard. Thank you, sir, for telling us. Buck teeth means what? Teeth projecting outside. And coming to a person cannot hear, then what do you say? You all know that. Some people don't have hair. What is the word you use? You know that also, bald-headed. But some people, when they try to stand straight, when we stand straight, our back is straight or not straight. But some people, you see the bend. What do you say in Telugu? No problem, write in English. Hunchback. Hunchback means when they stand straight also, the back is curved a little. Have you got the word? Now tell me in Telugu. You got it. Okay. Now some people are very short, this much. 1 foot, 2 feet. There are two words. I'm sure many of you know. Write the word dwarf. But there's another word you have to know. Write the word midget. Both mean the same. Dwarf, midget. And when you use the word dwarf, you have to know one more thing. Today, if you take plants using pruning technique, they make plants very short. Dwarf trees. What are they called? Write the word bonsai. Bonsai means dwarf tree. Have you heard of this? Fine. We all have the melanin pigment. Because of that we have complexion. But some people lose the melanin pigment and white patches appear initially. Later white patches spread all over the body. That is known as, write the word, albinism. And the person is called albino. What is the person called? Albino. Okay, enough for today. Let us go back to, shall I go to the next one? India is currently hurting with, can you say hurting with? But underline the preposition with. What is the next one? Dealing with, that seems right. India is currently dealing with a very hot spell that is doing what? Hurting many states. So which do you have to change? You don't have to go beyond, but let us see what you can learn. Underline the word humidity. What is the meaning of humidity? The water content in atmosphere, humidity. Underline the word effect. What are the two words you have to think of? Please write quickly. Affect, effect. Affect is what? Verb. Effect usually used as a noun, but sometimes it can be used as a verb. Both. Can be a noun, can be a verb. Have you copied? Okay. In its commitment to accessible and inclusive elections, anything wrong? Accessible and inclusive elections. The Election Commission of India is taking significant steps, perfect combination, to ensure equal participation of persons with disabilities. So anything wrong? What is the answer? All correct. What are these about? Starters or connectors? The upcoming examination is designed to rigorously assess candidates' critical, underline these two words, critical reasoning and analytical thinking capabilities. It will evaluate their efficiency in managing time and prioritizing tasks under pressure, which are essential skills in a banking environment. What do they talk about? I'll give the options. Contrast, reason, purpose, addition. Addition. What is the word you can consider addition? So what is the answer? Second option. Furthermore, adding to that, they test something else. After all cannot be used here. Consequently, not related. Finally, no. In fact, no. Have you chosen furthermore? The city had been grappling with, underline grappling with, struggling with, severe water shortage for years due to poor rainfall and inadequate infrastructure. With the implementation of sustainable water management practices, the situation began to improve. One is negative, the other one is positive. Can you say moreover? Same thing you can say moreover, in addition to. Similarly, are they similar? No. Is it contrasting? No. Can you use despite? But finally because of something, they came out of the problem. So what is the answer? Finally, with the implementation of sustainable water management practices, the situation began to improve. This is also an easy one. What are these about? The ongoing conflict between the United States, Israel and Iran has intensified. Capable of reaching Iran within approximately 15 hours, can you say? Increased its uranium production? No. Aiming to identify genetic health? Not at all related. We'll go to the second one. The Fordo Fuel Enrichment Plant began construction in 2007 and became operational. Can you say capable of? Increased its uranium? Aiming to identify? No. Gujarat has become the first state in India to launch a genome sequencing project. Underline genome sequencing project, exclusively focused on tribal communities. Can you say capable of reaching? Can you say increased uranium? Aiming to identify genetic, genome and genetic related health risks and advance precision healthcare for them. So which two form a pair? Which option is that? An easy one, but under pressure, challenging. In recent years, surface ozone pollution has emerged as a critical issue affecting India's, can you use India's could? India's security, but also India's role as exporter. We are talking about what? Ozone. India's strategies could enhance agricultural productivity? No. What is the next one? Surface ozone is a harmful pollutant formed by the reaction of nitrogen oxides. Can you say could? Can you say security? Can you say strategies? There is no continuity. Let us go to the third one. Breathing in elevated levels of ground level ozone can lead to serious, can you say serious could? You have to respond. Can you say serious health security? Can you say serious health strategies? So what is the answer? Fifth option is the answer.